Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Tuesday, number 15 day for this month of February 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Governing Council, the Anti-Kidnapping Czar, aka Sense Pass King. Una welcome to our daily podcast, a presentation of facts, the truth, holding leadership to account, and bringing you critical information that you require as you make your decision along this journey of Ambazonian independence. Welcome. Good people of the British Southern Cameroon, citizens of Ambazonia, we go start today with very disturbing video images where they come from the great state of Kitunja. The very disturbing video, it show how they burn a human being alive, burning somebody with tire. There is no explanation, there is no justification for any Ambazonian fighter or whoever to burn another Ambazonian alive. This is not acceptable. This is not what we are fighting for. This does not reflect the value or the expectation of our people. The said video is said to have been released by No Pity after he arrests some Ambazonian fighter them for Bamali. They fighter them for Bamali. They be talk say this man na a black leg. They never present any evidence say this person na a black leg. Even if they be present any evidence, burning a human being alive is not acceptable. One of the founders and the defenders of the group called ACK have rushed to the defense of these soldiers who burned this innocent civilian alive. The guy is called Mr. UN. He goes by the name UN. And Chris Anu and Oliver Leke have also jumped up in support of these fighters who carry out this heinous crime, asking for their immediate release or actions will be taken against No Pity for arresting them. The following now the voice from the UN as it talk.
Baby, don't go catch the other one the other day. So then I would give the authorities. I mean, work at the car general them from place to place. You go the other side. Who give you that authority?
This also Field Marshal Ijom into it, calling for the release of the soldier where he burned the civilian alive, threatening to arrest No Pity if he not release it within 2 weeks.
For that 2 weeks, if you not release, if you are never here say sunshine, they don't hand free, they don't see, and then No Pity go see my face. Mrs. F, he go see my face for them go matunja, and even for that boy. I say I give 2 weeks. Yes, it don't be too much. We not even get soldier, but they shoot them, they kill them. They shoot them, they kill them. No.
So this is a situation where it happened for ground. The forces them would see the Ambazonian restoration forces that they commit this type of atrocity. From Insobu, killing 7 of your own soldiers, them doing public execution to the one now for Bamili, where Commander Humphrey, he don't catch civilian, he burn them alive with tire. So, fellow Ambazonian, this one are the critical problem we would always point them in this liberation movement. We all condemn the burning of a civilian alive. We nobody yet get any evidence from Commander Humphrey, but we know for sure say this is not acceptable. Now the Commander Humphrey then be arrested by No Pity for carrying out this atrocious action. With the No Pity, they claim to say there is no reason for them to kill that particular person. And now you get the question: who are those in charge of the Ambazonian restoration forces? Who are those setting their policy that have led to the murderous actions on the ground of these forces. Talking about even Tenkobo, burning of school and shooting of killing students in school, burning of students alive, all these atrocities, all this kidnapping going on in Bafut by restoration forces without any command and control, without anybody holding them to account or setting any rule. There is countless occasion we would not intervene in SOP. The arrest of Catholic teachers who have volunteered to teach in community schools that were properly open. We have come in there, helped these people to set up school. Even with the prestigious groups like the Mountain Lion, who had zero policy about education, we have tried to fill in the gap. These are soldiers who have carried up weapons to fight for their country with all good intention, and they have no command and control, no instructions or supervision. But you have three major groups, three major leaders. The group of Seseko, the IG group of Seseko, Ayok Tabi, under Yerima and Milton Taka, who also claim to be the authority over the Ambazonia Restoration Forces. You have Sako Ikome, and then you also have Chris Anu and Oliver Leke. And these people have not taken any responsibility, but seek to take credit and political capital from this group on the ground. This is very irresponsible. This will continue to perpetrate such violence against our own people. You get Yerima, where they newly bought the group of Tenkobo. I need to make them video of weapons and all those things for justify them for go collect money, but we know say their primary focus now for support Seseko for prison. You would not see budget for last year over 58 million CFR. So they are playing games, giving legitimacy for forces without taking the responsibility to supervise those forces, to even guide them with simple rules of engagement. This then create a loophole where forces they take decision of life and death in their own hand without any respect of any protocol. You now get no pity. He too, they also claim say the Ambazonia Restoration Forces. Under who leadership? We don't know. Who is supervising him? Now you have two Ambazonia Restoration Forces in Bamele in conflict. You have Field Marshal saying he's a commander-in-chief. He's a overall commander, but his authority is being rejected by No Pity and Mad Dog, and they are also claiming who is who over who. So these are the problems that you cannot allow to have when people carry guns. Oliver Leke have been rejected by Mountain Lions, have been rejected by Grandpa Bali, have been rejected by everybody. So who is actually in control of the Ambazonia Restoration Force? It is not Field Marshal, definitely. It is not. It's not his brother. So if you are giving money for his brother to support Ambazonia Restoration Force, what particular unit are you supporting? You are definitely supporting the Field Marshal in Lebialem. If you give money to Yerima, what are you supporting? You are basically supporting Tenkobo, which is just something less than a month old. Before that, who was they supporting? None. If you are giving money to the other IG group of Sako Ikome, which group are you supporting? Basically, none. He used to have Commander Satan, Lucifer. Lucifer have united already with Sagat. He used to have King Commando. Commando have rejected him. So now you have Sako have only Blink, and you have a conglomerate of Ambazonian Restoration Forces who are on their own. You have General Mad Dog, the commander of the Bui Unity Warrior, is basically having now the guys in the diaspora of Luista and the gang, the cartel in Bui, who are now controlling them. You have No Pity. He has Kosh in America and one other lady. So you have many groups scattered everywhere, thousands commander-in-chief in Ambazonia. Difficult for them to align themselves in any political group because those political groups themselves have zero basis and are all all over the place. This is a big problem. Groups should not just use generic names for the purpose of having legitimacy, why they don't take or assume responsibility, or there is no public accountability of forces that are so-called aligned under them. It's a very big problem. You have Yerima now threatening to disarm forces in the Atlantic state using 10 kobo. What would the end result be? At the end of the day, we will be having a projection that shows that Ambazonia is fighting against itself because of the conduct of the Ambazonian restoration forces, or whatever names you call them. We have given an impression that we have a government. Having soldiers aligning themselves under such structure without any command and control, without any responsibility by the political leaders, it has created a chaotic situation where even Atangi poor boys can grow up today and say they are Ambazonia restoration forces, and there is no way to track down anybody. There is no way to hold anybody to account. Anybody there can do whatever they want. Any thief or gang of thieves can come over under that structure. And you have the few good soldiers who are there. They are also under pressure from political leaders who just want things to be the way they are. Before self-defense was launched, the Ambazonian Governing Council make sure it sent its top defense architects on the ground. You have Sheikh Kavi, you have Benedictwa. They went on the ground, stayed on the ground for 9 months to build the character and political education for the ADF soldiers that you have today being the leaders across the globe, across the nation. So anytime you want to go and buy a soldier or to send money to a soldier, every group, every leader must have a responsibility to pursue those groups, supervise them, and make sure they are working in agreed conduct that will reflect the aspiration of our people. Otherwise, this same money we put in self-defense is going to turn to hurt our own civilians. We cannot have soldiers burning civilians alive and think that we can attract any sympathy internationally. And then those who are paying Chris Ano should understand that they are also paying for the policy and the conducts of the forces that are under Chris Ano, like we have seen in Bamali, burning down of children. You have to support any group based on their principle. You have to align them based on your support. Support is critical. Financial support is critical for our people. Legitimacy is critical for our people. It should not be given as a blank check to any leader or any group. Know what the groups you are fighting for stands for before you support them. So Chris Ano is fighting against unity in Bui. The position of Chris Ano and those who support him are the people who want everybody to fight in his county. That means county by county. I will not get into the details of analyzing what it means county by county, but they are forcing people to stay in their group. So if you are giving money to Oliver Lekier, to Chris Ano, be sure that that is the result you should expect, and calculate if that result can give you independence. If you are giving money to Yerima, to Milton Taka, you are sponsoring 10 kobo. And what are the policies of the 10 kobo is for Yerima to sit and pick and choose what actions on the ground he can align himself to and what he would distance himself for. At the end of the day, the big rubber gun are the big strings in Kondengi for conjugal visit. We all know that we have seen the budget. We cannot be playing games with our people for 5 years, claiming to want to be in self-defense while we are not, abandoning soldiers on themselves with no directive, with people who cannot call bullets or guns, but seeks to claim or gain political legitimacy by associating themselves and their organization for actions of self-defense. Then they refuse, even when we advise them to appoint leadership, military leadership, to be capable and more efficient in managing self-defense. They will not do so because it is not in their nature, it is not their field, and they will never be able to be in that stream because that is not where they belong. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, one other audio is out there where Idandi show this type of audio, how La Republique Idandi play with our people, their mind, and for show we how gullible would them be for so much long time but I be very happy with the result we get them on the ground this time. When I listen for this fake audio where the person make them, it claim for be say na it talk with ADF, but we know the voice, we recognize the voice as being one of the Cameroon military attaché where they work with Kunyam titles, where they inject this venom into our liberation movement. When I listen for the audio.
So now say Capo, this time we'll go for take advantage for the separation where it happened for IG. So, say we will succeed after a long time. We will succeed for bringing this, picking them together, all our soldiers as a unity force. Them, they be the key our fighters, and we'll get for revenge.
So this fake audio it be made by Kunyam titles, their group where they work with the Cameroon military. Their aim now for pretend for sure, like say ADF, they plan for kill other soldiers them in revenge for the ADF soldier the way they don't kill them. So the Cameroon government and their military attaché and their political wing, they don't always they send this type of fake messages outside there for make our soldier they no unite, me they lack trust for against each other with the hope say they go stop us from collaborating on the ground for effective liberation. Every time when I hear this type of audio, me gonna know send a fake audio. Our policy they may be very straight, and it will get frontline communicator the way that they communicate on behalf of our soldier. Them, you get me, Capo Daniel, you get Lucas Asu, you get Shea Womuleng Kevi, you get Pascal Kiki, you get Benedict Kwa. So each time when I know hear from we, make when I know take the messages seriously. Cameroon, they don't always try for succeed for this war by trying for this defame the ADF, for lie about the ADF as the only way for them to succeed. Why? Now because they know say if people them recognize the strength of the ADF, they collaborate with the ADF, we will easily win them. So make this one instead give our people them wisdom. Me they know say the key for their freedom lie now with collaboration with the ADF. And the ADF, the official them, they be now the most credible official them for try for help our soldier them for fight together. Now either way them be now the primary target for Cameroon propaganda, for defame them and for use their voices or impersonate them in order to lure unsuspecting Ambazonians for fall for their trap. But we believe say by now all Ambazonians demonstrate a level of wisdom. Any man where they pretend say no say this type of audio na fake, make una take note for that type of person and una be careful with them. It be obvious say these are fake messages. It does not reflect what our officials have been saying for over 5 years, privately and publicly, and such messages should be discarded and should be seen by our people as evidence of the impact the Ambazonian Defense Forces will have in our struggle when everybody align themselves with them and collaborate with them for effective liberation. For the rest of Ambazonian fighters on the ground, I go ask them for always open up their mind, for take a look at those where they align themselves under, if they actually reflect or they actually represent which way they fight for, and their value them where they get them before they follow them. All soldier must get primary responsibility on a decision on who for align himself under. I want to congratulate all the forces on the ground for the wonderful job where they done the do and the collaboration where they done begin achieve them, despite the fact say these haters that they continue to inject venom. Make una ignore them all. Una protect una civilians. Make no man carry out atrocity against civilian. If you do so, you expose every other person for be destroyed by the enemy, and you actually put at jeopardy our prospect for win this war. So una align on ourselves. When I speak the truth, why would the political leadership for take full responsibility for the things the way they want claim responsibility for? Because once they claim that responsibility, people they move their hand, they're supposed to be there. If they not be there, they be missing in action. Chaos it happen, and the result na say it is sabotage everything we do for free our country. God bless you now. Capo Daniel signing off.